Hey everybody, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and which means it's time for Watch Me Work. I'm SLP. We are supported today by HowlRound, who HowlRound has been supporting us for as long, I think, as we've been doing this, pretty much, right, Taya? Is that like a
Just about.
just
Yeah, I think you maybe started a year before live we started streaming it.
right. And it's been on your by your calendar, how long has it been? I keep losing track of the
I want to say 12 years.
12 years. You
We're
guys been.
coming up on 15 years of HowlRound, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I think we started Watch Me Work in '09. So
Yeah.
live. So yeah, so we've been doing that since '09. Anyway, here we are. We're going to do kind of what we always do, unless we have a special guest. And the special guests today are you. And so we're going to be working together on our own projects for 20 minutes. And then we're going to be doing the conversation part where we talk shop. And while we don't have the time to for people to read their work or present their choreography or whatever, we do have plenty of time to talk shop about process. The idea is to keep you encouraged and keep you going, and just continue to celebrate this wonderful community that we've been building up all these years. Um, in the chat, what I'm going to say is, in the chat, I'm going to put just so I don't forget to mention it later. I've got a show coming up that we're going to live stream in February, and I'm just going to put that in the chat if you want to link to it, or if you want to get more information on some cool shows that are free and fun. Okay, so anyway, so we're going to put that in the chat while we're working, and here we go with our 20 minutes. Boom. Okay, there's the timer. And so it's time to talk shop with you. If you have questions, comments, discoveries, findings. Um, just before we get started, I think I put a link to my link tree in the chat. Did people see that? Did I? Yay. Thanks, Taya. Thank you, thank you. Okay.
Yeah. If you have a question, go ahead and use the raise your hand option. You can hit the react button down at the bottom of Zoom if you haven't done that before. Um, and I will call on you and you'll be allowed to unmute and ask your question. If you're having trouble finding that, hop in the chat and I'll help you over there. First, we have Crystal.
Hey, Crystal, how are you?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm well. Happy to see you.
Happy to see you too. Um, so I've been working on the play for BMCC.
Uh-huh.
It'll be out in April. And
Congratulations.
thank you. I'm on the fourth or fifth revision.
Hmm.
And one of the things I have a really hard time with right now are it's about four Black soldiers, but there are two that kind of lead the story in the sense that they're two, not necessarily friends, but comrades, and they have opposing views. And I'm finding that in my draft that they are constantly arguing, uh, but it seems like it's cyclical. Like I haven't, I'm trying not to force the pen as far as what they want to say. Um, but I'm having trouble because I don't know when enough is enough. When I argue, I kind of am like, all right, fine, whatever. So with these men though, it's higher stakes and it's a little more, and I'm having trouble just as far as like these certain argumentative scenes. I
Uh,
don't know who wins. I don't know. You know what I mean?
yeah, I guess, but I mean, well, um, I'm guessing that like when you argue, like when anybody argues, we're arguing toward a point.
Yes.
So if you call them argumentative scenes, I would hope they're not arguing just for the sake of arguing because you think you need an argumentative scene. You know what
No.
I'm saying? Okay, great. So they're arguing they're making a point.
Yes.
They're making a point. It's like tennis or they're arguing to make the point. And when they make the point, they can probably walk away from it for a minute at least.
Yes.
They made the tennis, so boom, they make the point. Great. Great. Now you get what I'm talking about, even if you don't. I've made my point. Do you see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So figure out maybe what point they're trying to make.
Hmm.
Do you see what I mean? Does that
Yeah.
does that make sense? So it's not
Yeah.
cyclical. It's one is dry. They might go around and around and around, but one is trying to make the other one understand something.
Yes.
And you can accept it if you want, but that's the truth. Okay, that's the real deal. Thank you. I got to go on to something more important. You know,
Yeah.
just remind yourself of, yeah, sure, the stakes, but also the what is it that they're talking about. You know,
Yeah.
mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Sounds
that makes sense.
they look like you're thinking something. What are you thinking?
Uh, uh, when you feel like, I guess, depending on who, I guess, pick any person in a relationship where you feel like you argue about the same things,
Mm-hmm.
but they always come up. I think my struggle is like, is it that they just never agree and that's just what happens in the play? Or does one win? Like, I really want someone to win. I just haven't. Maybe I think what you're saying is right, though, that the making the points, knowing what they want to argue about, or what they want to say, not necessarily even argue about, but what they want to say, to make them um, be strong in what they believe, and then and then something happens or nothing happens.
Yeah. Just be clear on the story you're telling. I mean, it's kind of hard to talk about in the abstract, you know.
Hmm.
But just be clear. Who are they? Why are they there? Why are they talking about whatever they're talking about today? Sure, they might argue about the same things over and over and over, but this is a special moment because this is the moment that you decided to write a play about or a screenplay, a play about, you know?
Yeah.
So this is a special moment. They've got to get the other one to understand, or at least to understand their point of view today because what? You know, because why? Um, and if they've had this conversation before with this person, what was the outcome then? Did they seem to agree? Did they oh, I thought we were on the same page about this. Why has it come up again?
Yeah.
How to do, it seems like some kind of elemental character work might be missing um if they're just talking. You don't know why they're saying what they're saying. So to go back and sort of look at some elemental character work, make sure you've got sort of a clear understanding of who they are.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just make sure that you have a clear understanding of who they are and why they're having the conversation now,
Okay.
you know. And we can talk about it more.
Okay. Thank
As
you.
always, as we always do.
Yes. Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Crystal. It's great to see you.
Same here.
Mhm.
Okay, next we have Kimmy. I'm going to ask you to unmute. And before you ask your question quickly, SLP, I think we're not seeing your show in your link tree. So I'm doing a little look around, but if you
That's
have
so
that
weird.
link,
Can you
let
hang
me
it
know,
up?
or we can share it with the community after the stream.
Does it say it doesn't say link, it doesn't say the show, it says like blah 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 blah.
It says blah, 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 blah. I've got official website. I've got Human Being Human
Okay,
on Apple
great.
Music. I've
Great.
got
We'll
Gigs,
update
which has
it.
summer stuff. Yeah.
You're awesome, Taya. We'll update it. I just wanted to get
Cool.
something in there and we're gonna populate it like maybe tomorrow.
Wonderful. Sounds like everybody keep checking back.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Hey Kimmy, what's
Hi.
good? Hi darling, what's good?
Oh, you are.
Good.
I have decided that my New Year's resolution is to really write every day, not like think about writing every day. Like you always say, show up for your practice, and I've heard it. But I show up, I write, but not always work. And I want to devote more to my work, and that I will submit something at least once a week.
Ooh, I
So
like that. I like that. I love the New Year's resolution. So when are you starting your resolution? Like this week?
I already started. I applied to the Orchard Project. I
Nice.
applied to something here in town called Scotopia or I don't know how to say that word.
Uh-huh.
Um, and and I'm applying to the Relentless Award.
Hmm.
And whatever else is out there. um
Fantastic.
and so when I first happened upon this was during COVID, and I wrote a pilot, which I never I I have no background in that kind of writing. I'm a stand-up comic. So I wrote a pilot, and it's been sitting in the computer just minding its own business. And I talked to a friend of mine who's a director and an actress and everything, and she liked the idea. And then she said to me, "Do you have a Bible?" And I said, "No." And she says, "You need a Bible." Now, I've heard treatments, I've heard Bibles, I've heard pitch texts. I don't know what any of those are, or how to learn how to write any of them, and what do I really need for the pilot.
Well, I think the first thing you need for a pilot is to write the pilot, which you did, which is
Yep.
great, and that is often the hardest part of it, to actually get the writing done. A Bible is, as you can guess, you know what a Bible is. It's anything and everything you'd want to know about these characters, and potential additional episodes. You know what I mean?
how long can it be, or should it be? Like, I know it's kind of the cliff notes of everything, but you're also, I hear also I'm supposed to do the arc of each character and the arc of each episode and then the arc of the season. And I don't know how much I'm supposed to write, or I don't want to look amateurish, but I don't want to look like I don't know what I'm doing either.
Right, right. I think it varies. I really think it varies. I think
Okay.
people with some, if you do a lot of TV, maybe you have a shorthand with the people you're presenting it to, you know?
Yes.
And if you
Okay.
don't, then maybe you need to fill in a lot more blanks for people who are coming to it cold. But also, not document, you don't want it to be so long that, people are like, oh, I can't read this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would say, give a sketch of a whole season, give this happens in this episode, this I see in and then a little bit into the next season so that you can see it
Yeah.
has a life. Talk about your characters. um I don't know, a little paragraph, I'm guessing, but this is me for what I would do. I'm not sure. I do know there are online resources and there are books that might give you a better idea just in general of what to do.
Okay.
But I say little paragraphs about each character and then how
Okay.
they all interact from episode to episode, you
Oh,
know?
that's so great, because that's what I was thinking, and it's just nice to get the validation that I'm on the right track.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I also there, there's books on, writing for TV and that kind of thing, which could give you maybe more of an industry standard. Um, Um, I'd say something that makes your reader feel like, oh, this is a viable project. It's not just a kind of
Okay.
a cool idea from a writer that we're not yet familiar with. You want to say, oh, wow, this is really cool. We could get behind this.
Oh,
That
that's great.
kind of-
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I love you. Thank you so much.
Love you, love you. I love your New Year's resolution. I
Thank
love,
you.
and
Thank
I
you.
love that you've started it already. That's very good.
Yeah, I like to get in the mode, so it's kind of already, it's like a habit by the time the new year comes along.
It's really smart. Smart thinking. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Kimmy.
Love you, mean it.
Love you.
We love getting a running start. All right. Next up, we have Lauren. I am asking you to unmute.
Hey, Lauren.
Hi, hello, everybody.
Hi.
Ms. Parks.
Ew.
My question, I've been working on this project. It has autobiographical elements to it, but it's not autobiographical. But the main character is very short, like me, and it's about that and growing up that way and what that means and how that is who she is. And it is more to it than that. There's things that happen, but I have realized more and more the last month or so that I am really letting my fear hinder me doing this. There's something in the back of my brain. I don't know that is fearful about releasing this. I can't, it's very odd. But actually, it's not odd. I think that's actually common. And that's one of the Pratt, one of the pratfalls or one of the, what are, difficult parts of writing something that has any part of autobiographical elements or thing. That's something that comes from you. I think that's part of that. And I think it's part of that. I'm writing about what I know, but a little about what I don't know, especially the male character, the antagonist.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I gotta figure this out because I know him, but I'm afraid I don't.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yeah, 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 yes, it does. And I'm going to roll it back a little bit because we're started by talking about fear.
Okay.
In addition to other things, you were talking about fear. And instead of getting into the specifics of whether or not you know your male character antagonist, I think it might be maybe more helpful to talk about the fear thing there. So whether it's autobiographical or not autobiographical, whether it's fantasy or fiction or biography or a poem or a screenplay or whatever, chances are that we are going to encounter fear, worry, concern. What am I doing? you know, whatever it is, right? Whether it's a song or a dance piece or whatever. That's part of it. That is you're that's a normal response. Not normal like boring, normal like it happens to most all of us. When you go from when you leave your comfort zone.
Right.
Okay. So your comfort zone is it's as simple as today I wrote something I've never written before, or today I'm making something, I'm painting with a color that I've never used, or a landscape that I'm not familiar with. I'm working with actors that I don't know. Or I'm working with actors I know on a new piece. Whatever. It's when we step outside of what we know into what we don't know so well. Like a new day. So there's a lot of self-talk that can help. You know, I can do this. I can do this.
Right.
I can do, you know, there's a lot of stuff because in the back, you know, all those, and that's your protective mechanism. They're trying to, don't, come on, Lauren, don't go there. It's scary. You know, it's over there, you know, that kind of thing. So you just got to give yourself some positive self-talk to get you through that phase of it.
Right.
And,
That's it.
you know, you've heard the phrases, there are tons of phrases that can help, you know, feel the fear, but do it anyway, you know.
Right.
Or
Exactly.
Eleanor Roosevelt, so you must do the thing that you think you cannot do.
Oh yeah. No.
You know, those kind of phrases. So there's hundreds and millions of wonderful phrases that are at your disposal to just give you enough confidence to write just the next word. Your goal, Lauren, is to have you gotten to the end? Have you gotten to the end of the draft?
No, not yet. But it's getting
Okay.
close enough. It's actually falling into place.
Yes.
And that's, I think, part of the fear. Because I'm
Yes.
like, if
Of
I gotta,
course.
if, you know, I'm 68 years old. Okay. I've
Oh,
embarrassed myself so many times in those many years I've been grateful for. I'm like, what the heck? What am I so, what, there's nothing to lose. Literally.
sure there is.
There is?
Sure, that's why you're afraid. If there were nothing to, I mean, you know, it's, I feel like just have some compassion. Hey, you know, it's a new thing. You're writing a new thing. And it
Yes.
might not
Right.
be, the first draft might not be as great as you hope it to
Oh,
be.
yeah,
And
no.
you'll have to write a second draft, and that's scary. And it's
That's
scary.
all.
It's scary. I mean, artists are art is a service industry, and artists are like heroic, the things that we do. Not to
Exactly.
discount the heroism of firefighters, teachers, and, you know,
Exactly.
walkers.
It, it,
All people are heroic when you're in your power and doing your job. But the work of an artist, the things we have to do, the things we are called to do are just amazing.
in a country that really does not support the arts,
Y-
unlike all maybe other advanced countries in the world. But let's not, that's another.
Neither, you know, neither here nor there, because if you go to one of those advanced countries, do they make the kind of work that we make here?
Right.
So what our country, whatever, can be put for right now, for the purpose of this conversation, into the whatever pile.
Right. Oh yeah, no, I can't, it's too much.
Whatever. We're going to swipe left on that, and we're going to keep talking about you. Okay. So you just, for every time you feel afraid, let yourself be afraid and give yourself some positive self-talk.
Oh
And
yeah, I have to write the story. I know that. And that's what's gonna happen.
get to the finish line.
Yeah.
Even if it's a hot mess. Even if it's like, oh my God, I totally don't know my antagonist male character. Who the fuck cares? You're going to rewrite it. You'll get to know him. You'll get to know him. Not to worry. Write him badly. Oh my God, this worst writing ever.
And I kind of like him, but I don't like him in a lot of ways too.
Well, whatever.
You know, but that's who he is. That's who he is. He's flawed, like we're all flawed. So.
Right to the end. Get to the end.
Right. Okay.
Get to the end. Then we're going to rewrite. And then
exactly.
That's where we're going to discover other things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna rewrite until the day people start reading it somewhere in a space. Practically.
Yeah, maybe
that's
even
what
after
happens.
maybe even after. Okay. Who's
Thank
next?
you.
You're welcome, darling.
All right, next up we have Sarah. I am going to pass it on you.
Hey.
Hey, Sarah,
Hi.
how you doing?
Hi. Thanks. I'm very well. And I have something for Lauren after I'm done. I typed it in the chat for you, Lauren, about being short or not, and more. So this is not a humble brag. This is a sincere question. I got commended status on something as opposed to not even honorable mention, not even semifinalist, not any of that. Just a commended status. And they said, as a result of that, we'll put a review for you on your new play exchange thing. I feel encouraged by this. Thank you. But I'd like to know, there were 200 applicants. Is this something to feel encouraged by, or is this something that like is a pet on the head?
Really serious.
I
Sarah,
am serious. I really don't know.
my friend, you have more ways to cut yourself down than the loggers and whatever. I can't even think of my friend, my sister, Sarah.
Yeah.
Please, please. So someone said you did a good job, and you're coming up in here asking me now. I don't know. There were other people working too. I mean, should I be complimented by the compliment, or should I think something? Yeah. So again, we're talking about self-talk. How we look, here's the thing. Your relationship, everybody, Sarah, Lauren, everybody, your relationship with yourself is the most important relationship you'll ever have. This is just my opinion. It's the longest relationship you'll ever have. It's the longest running conversation you'll ever have. The conversation in your head between you and yourself. So we can do things to get that right. Okay? The conversation you have with yourself is the most important conversation you will ever have, and the longest running conversation and as much as we can, fill that with love and respect and kindness and encouragement, and encourage ourselves to do hard work and all those things that you already know, and we often give to others.
That's what I'm about to do with Lauren in the chat. You'll see.
Before you do it with Lauren, do it for yourself.
All right.
Put your mask on first, my sister. And when you get a commendation or congratulations, or someone says, I like your hair, or good job because you got up in the morning and didn't look at your Fitbit. That's why a couple of months ago, that was,
yeah.
Okay, right?
Yeah.
And we say congratulations because of that. Or if anybody has ever seen or heard of or had a child, and you see the kid walking toward you when they're like 1.5 and they're taking baby steps, and you go, I don't think so. That's not the way you walk like that. What would that be like, right? Of course, we don't do that. We go, come on, good job. And that's the same thing that you have to do for yourself, not to infantilize you because you're not a baby, but to encourage you to keep going.
Thank you.
So good job, Sarah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Got it.
Well
Thanks.
done. Well done. Well done for putting your work out there. Well done for, for getting up in the morning and not, what were you doing? Checking your Fitbit to see how you slept. Feeding cat, right? You had animals. You had
All right.
like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And why do I remember this? Because it made an impression. I was like, Lord have mercy. If Sarah ever gets past that, she will have moved a mountain. You moved a mountain this year.
Thank you.
And you got a commendation. Okay, so what's next year going to be like for you?
Thanks.
Excited. I'm very excited. Okay. Lord,
Amazing.
I'll send some love to Lauren. Okay, now you can send some love to Lauren. Who's next?
Next up, we have Erin, and I am asking you to unmute.
Aaron? There you go.
Hello. Oh,
Hi.
I did. Hi.
Hi.
Yes, I have a question. I'm submitting some stuff out there, and they always want like a little summary.
Mhm.
And then so that's always the kind of the first thing that they see kind of thing before they read your play. So is there any suggestions to punch those things up? Because before they read your play, they read that. So
I hear you. is that your home in the background?
Yes.
Ha! Fantastic. You know everything you need to know about writing a blurb because you have a beautiful yellow background. Oh my,
Oh, thank you.
oh my God, look at it. It goes, hello. Hi. Boy,
Thanks.
do I have a story for you. That's what
Thank
you
you.
want in your blurb. That's what you want.
Okay.
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 So I would say list, well, who's your main character? You know,
Okay.
blah, 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 blah was, yeah, what's their problem? At her wit's end because she doubly ha.
Okay.
Along comes so-and-so, who's the antagonist, who well, what they don't know is and then da 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 da.
Okay.
Kind of like that. But you got look at your background. You know how to present yourself. Oh, you
Okay.
do. Look at that. I'm like,
Good.
what a beautiful. And I said, gee, I hope it's real. And then I hope it's Erin's home. You've got
Sorry,
like,
it's none of your plays.
no, I don't need my plays on your wall. I got my
Sorry.
plays on my own wall.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I've got my plays on my own wall. But
Yeah.
thank you. That's very kind. But does that make sense?
Okay.
Mention your main character, mention their problem or whatever.
Okay. Okay.
Try to convey the tone of the play.
Oh.
So if it's like Medea, don't be coming at it like this. You know what I'm saying? Right? I mean,
Okay.
convey Medea. You know.
Okay.
It was a good time. Convey the spirit of the play.
Spirit.
Yeah, you might.
Oh, okay.
You know the vibe of it. You might want to look at you know, Dramatist Play Service has those, or
Mhm.
they used to be called San Francisco Concord Play. You know, they have the little blurb.
Yeah.
Look at those and
Okay.
just go like, is this even the ballpark? What I'm, you know, but they
Okay.
like that.
Okay. Okay. So just keep it simple, but yet punchy.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But I don't have to.
You can make it a little longer than the Dramatist Play Service blurbs. You know.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And try
Yeah.
out a couple of them. You know, try out one, and then, but really, I would say feature the main character, their
Mm-hmm.
problem. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the antagonist or whoever is also in there, making it more problematic,
Okay.
and kind of how it kind of sort of might get resolved, or no, I mean, you don't have to tell the end, but you know.
Okay. I like that. But I like, okay, good, with the tone and the spirit. I like that. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The tone and the
What's
spirit.
that?
No, definitely the
Okay.
tone and the spirit. Def.
Like it. Okay. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Appreciate it. All
Welcome.
right. Thanks.
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful. Up next, we have Zoom user Ray tuning in internationally. And I'm asking you to unmute.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Oh, I'm so happy to see you. And it's almost midnight here in Paris. My name is Ray,
Hey, Ray.
and I'm writing a dissertation about a wonderful person who is here by chance. And also, I'm writing about a play with characters. I mean, elements from the past, the present, and the future. So the idea is there. It's about sisterhood. So everything is just coming to the place, the right place, but there is something missing. I think the characters of the future, they don't have really a voice yet. The elements are not coming yet. So my question is, how do you combine it? How do you try to, knit them together?
Mm-hmm.
Does it make any sense?
Yeah, I think so. Let me see. Let's see. So you have some characters. Things are going very well, except the characters in the future are not
Yes.
quite, we say gelled.
Yeah,
Not quite. Go ahead.
yeah, absolutely. So they are coming together. There's a branch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're all together in this branch. The past, the present, and the future.
Right. So
And the
there's an event where
yes, yes.
did you say brunch?
Brunch, sorry, yeah,
Like
that's it.
like a
Brunch, yeah,
meal.
yeah,
Like a meal. Okay,
absolutely,
great.
yeah.
I just wanted to make sure we
Yeah,
didn't have
yeah.
a branch, like a
No
chicken
branch, no, not a branch of three. Yeah, brunch.
brunch, brunch. Okay, great. Have you asked yourself, have you asked the characters what each of them wants?
Oh, that's a good question.
You know, like what do they want? Why are they there? What do they want? What do they hope to achieve,
Mm,
have happen for them
mm,
during this brunch?
mm,
You know, is there someone that they need to reconcile something with? Is there someone they need to see for the first time they haven't been? You know, whatever it is. What do they want?
mm.
You
That's
know?
a very interesting question. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
That
yeah, yeah,
clarifies a
yeah.
lot of things. Thank
Okay,
you.
good, good. Because desire is often the missing. You know, sometimes when we write stories or plays or whatever, we think a lot about story, like, you know, plot. What happens now? What happens now? But we forget about what the character wants, and that's often what drives characters, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't
Mm-hmm.
agree more. Thank you so much. That's
You're
helped
welcome
me.
so much.
You're
Thank
lovely.
you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks for tuning in. God bless.
Yeah. God bless you.
Who is...
Next, we have Marcus.
Hey, Marcus.
Hey everybody. Hey Miss Parks. Thanks for doing this.
Oh, sure.
I was with you all back in November sometime, but I missed the last one as I was at work. But I want to say you've been on one a day, Miss Parks. You had me cracking up laughing. So thank you. And
Right.
I always appreciate the supportive atmosphere in the room.
Right.
Last time I was here, I talked about the weight of the play that I'm making in terms of waking up different racial themes and commenting on minstrelsy and the other things that are happening in satire, but I think I've gotten a bit further with that, like been having more conversations with friends, collaborators, and they've been encouraging me, and that's been really helpful. And what else do I want to say? I'm not gonna hold anyone long, but strong, amen. So shout out to Kimmy for applying for fellowships, because that process has been, oh my God, I don't know. Like I'm a union worker, so I work for Local 22, and we did like 3 weeks, for IOTC. So we did
Uh-huh.
3 weeks for the Kennedy Center, like 10-hour, 12-hour, 14-hour days. I know, loaded place these days, but the local people are good.
Right.
But between that and you get off, then they want you to do the fellowship and the applications and the tell me about yourself and the bio. It's just so much riffraff. And of course we're gonna do it, but I just wanted to complain a little bit about that. The other thing is that my friend and I are pretty young, like we're 27, 26, and she's brilliant and I advocate for her. She's like this Black woman who did the Black Theater Coalition producer workshop and all of that.
Cool.
But I'm trying like to jostle with her in terms of, I feel like we've been so used to like being in a university settings, like a student, or like her being an executive assistant, that when we have conversations with people of power or producers or artistic directors, I'm trying to make it more so that we show up as our full selves instead of like trying to shape ourselves to how they want us to be. In terms of, say, like a person who runs a theater company, instead of trying to tailor the conversation as opposed to like what they want for their theater, maybe you can show up as yourself, and then if they want you, great. If not, then move on. So like that's kind of the thing that we're going through. And then the other thing is just like, the Kennedy Center, they had a lovely opera called The Little Prince. And I'm like, yo, I wrote the full play that I just finished, but I kind of want to make it into an opera one day. Those are just like all my thoughts. So we have the power dynamic thing happening. We have the fellowships taking up all the time. And just like working and trying to balance being an artist was like the core fundamental things. I just wanted to get that off my chest, in this room. But thank you for listening to me. A shout out to you again, Kimmy, because these fellowship applications are no
Right.
joke. I'm telling you.
Right. Right.
It will make you want to take a nap just thinking about it.
Or, but it's also, we can look at differently, Marcus. I mean, yes, it's a lot of work,
Maybe
and
perspective, perspective,
this is
perspective.
the work. Well, this is the work. Like we were talking to
Right.
Lou
Yeah.
last week. This is the work. If this is where you are right now in writing fellowships and tooting your own horn so that people will give you some financing or some opportunities, that's what the work is. You know what I mean? And to
Right.
sort of, instead of go, gee, I wish the work was something else, something
I
over
know.
there. Like, I
Yeah.
wish I was living on Mars. Well, you're not,
Right.
bro. You're not living on Mars.
I'm
We're
not.
right here. We're right here. And this is the work. Just a quick thing in terms of showing up as your true self. I heard something years and years ago, back when I was on a date. And the person said, is this the real you? Or is this the you that you're pretending to be so that we can have another date? And so it goes on in all sectors. A lot of people just want to get in the door. And
Mm,
once they get in the door, then some folks figure they can be more of their true selves. You know what I
right.
mean? So we gotta be compassionate about each other as we're just trying to get through the next day. You know what I'm saying? So there are a lot of strategies to move forward. So I just want to sort of be mindful of maybe your strategy isn't the same as mine.
Yeah.
Just encourage me as I go on my way, as long as I'm trying to do the right thing and you are too, that kind of thing.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, my family is like kind of a militant family from the 60s. Some of them are like Black Panthers and stuff, and like Fruit of Islam, protecting Malcolm X. So I was always like raised like to empower people. And
Mm-hmm.
my friend is brilliant. I like want her to know that she's brilliant. So I'm like, you don't shrink yourself. Show up in this room as you. You have a taste. You're a tastemaker. Be that person.
Truly.
But every journey is different, and my timeline isn't hers, and hers isn't mine. So, I just have to be
You know it.
patient.
You know it
Be
already.
patient with myself and others. Thank you for the reminder.
Thank you, Marcus. Thanks for joining us today. Who we got? We
Always.
got just a few more minutes. Let's go.
We have one more minute. All right, let's go, Michael.
Michael.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello. Yeah, just a quick couple of questions. Um, one of them was I'm trying to write a one-man show,
Mhm.
and I just wanted to know in terms of if you have any advice for a one-man show, and in terms of the story and the journey of the character, like, does that have to be different?
The journey and the story of the character, does it have to be different?
Sorry, the story. So the journey of the character, like as in like um the character the character going from say A to B, does that have to we have to see a change in that person and the actual story or the plot of of it, is that slightly different, or are they both on the same sort of journey, the same sort of thing?
Well, in most stories or plays or whatever, you do see a change in the character. That's what people kind of lean into. You know what I mean? How did this man who started out believing in, all people were good and trustworthy come to a different understanding? Or maybe changed his mind in the middle of the story and then renewed himself toward the end. So
Sure.
so I think you want to go on a journey.
Yeah.
And you want to take the audience, the reader, on that journey with you. So I think embrace the change.
Okay.
Embrace the change element, definitely.
Sure. And one other thing I just wanted to ask,
Uh-huh.
is there any playwriting books what you would recommend to read?
Oh, I don't know. I'm inviting folks in the group to throw some playwriting books you like in the chat. Someone's holding up Playwriting with Purpose. Woohoo! See that one? Sarah Siegel. Playwriting with Purpose by, who is it? Jacqueline Goldfinger? No, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to read
I
it off the
can't
thing.
see it. Where am I
Yeah,
looking?
just Playwriting with Purpose, Jacqueline Goldfinger. I'm looking at the clock because
Sure.
I'm trying to be
Yeah,
mindful here
sure.
of my time. Can we go on? We got time for, I'll do one more quick question and then I'm gonna bounce. Okay.
All right. I'm also seeing the Art of Dramatic Writing in being held up
Thank
by
you.
Crystal right now. And we have Ryan, if you would like to
Awesome.
unmute.
Ryan. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, thank you so much for doing this and taking my question really quick. I've written a play. It's deep emotion. It deals a lot with grief, trauma response, things like that. And it's led by 3 preteens. I'm on, they haven't quite made the decision yet, but I'm being considered to direct its world premiere.
Oh, congratulations.
So the one thing that we agreed on in the interview process for that was that we would be using preteen actors just to keep everything like as close to the material as it can be. So from a dramaturgical aspect, do you have any advice on helping preteen actors understand and get to know deep emotional characters?
I would just go back just a second and just say that. So do you direct a lot, Ryan? Okay,
Funny enough, this would be my first time.
okay, that's why I'm asking.
When they looked at the original script, they were like, "We want to do it, but we think that we want you to have we think that we want you to direct it." I was like, "Okay, that's a different ball game."
That's great. That's great. I would, so with this being your an early project for you,
Mhm.
I would be very mindful about casting actual preteen actors when dealing with a subject that is that volatile.
Mhm.
I would just draw a circle around that, because the ability to process stuff, you know, as an actor is a very heightened skill. And
Mhm.
we've all heard stories about actors who go too far into a part and then actually can't get back out of it. I would very strongly take a look. If you're going to be helming it, which is great, and congratulations for writing something so beautiful. Congratulations for that, definitely. Um, I would say perhaps getting, teen actors or 20 somethings to play
Mhm.
preteens who,
Mhm.
young people, beautiful, gorgeous people, but who have some acting chops,
Yeah.
because it's a whole system that actors develop to process stuff.
Mhm.
And preteen actors, with you, a new director, might not be able to develop that skill. That's just my take
Right.
on it right now.
And
That's
it's funny, that was kind of my first thought too, because I pitched the idea of using older actors
Mhm.
if I would be the one behind it, directing it, not only for that aspect, but also like just emotional safety, right?
I could not agree more. This
Okay.
is, yeah. If it
So,
were a documentary or something, and you were, running around with your iPhone filming your friends or whatever, that's different. But this is
right.
yeah, yeah. Not
Okay.
not these days. I agree with you, Ryan.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, when I saw this opportunity today, I was like, I'm gonna
yeah.
hop on because I
Thank
just found
you.
out about it today. I'm gonna hop on, I'm gonna ask about it, and then I'm gonna go back to him and be like, well, SLP said.
Tell him, Mama said, because
Right.
I have a young, a barely teenage kid. I would not want him to be in that show,
Mhm.
because
Heard.
it just doesn't seem, yeah. And the novelty of having real preteen actors. It's like with Top Dog Underdog, they're really brothers. It's okay. Actors can
Right.
pretend. That's their
Yeah.
job, to act. And
Right.
so if you get some 20 somethings in there, really young looking 20 somethings who are
Yeah.
skilled as all get out, and who have the systems to process the heavy material that you're asking them to, I think in the
Mhm.
long run, it's going to be just more of a healing process than a
Yeah.
side show. You're not running a circus,
No. No.
right? You're
All right. Cool.
doing a play, not a circus. Okay,
Right.
so this is
All right. Cool.
but is this the end of the year? Is this our last? Taya, is this our
This
last?
is our last of the year. I don't have a schedule for the new year yet,
Okay,
but my
okay, but
understanding is we'll be back.
we will be back in January. We love you all. New Year's resolutions. I want to hear them. Come on, start them today. Yeah, start them today. Who started theirs today? Kimmy started hers today. Start yours. Start it now. Just give yourself a gift. Give yourself a gift of your work. And from what I was reading something, Eric Fromm, The Art of Love, where he said that doing your work is a manifestation of your love. Your work is your love. So this isn't about like work nose to the grindstone. Watch Me Work is about how to give love to yourself through your work, you know, through your creative spirit, how to nurture and love on your own creative spirit, how to praise and encourage your own creative spirit. That's what we're doing. And when you do that for yourself, then you can do it for other people, and then you can do it, you know, it's just the best. It's the best, the best, the best. Okay. And I'm sorry we didn't get to everybody today. I got to go talk to some of my students at NYU right now. So we're sending love. And we'll see
Thank
you
you.
next year. And the dates will come soon. And Tay, I'm going to email you and we're going to organize it. Okay.
Looking
Mwah.
forward to it. Thanks, y'all.
See you here. Okay.
See you
Thank
next
you.
year.
Happy holidays.
Thank you. Happy holidays.